Alright, so pleasant good day, students. For today's demonstration, we're going to show you all how to basically conduct a mail merge with the use of a Excel sheet from a Word letter for invitation for SB. So just as any simple letter that we normally have, you would want to actually send this letter to someone. But if you have more than, let's say, 5 letters or let's say 15 you have to send, you would have to write this letter 15 times, which is going to be a little too tedious, and there's such an easier way for you to actually perform something called a mail merge, where you actually take some information from an Excel sheet and generate it on the letters automatically. So let me show you how to do that quickly. Alright, so some things that you would need to have in a letter if you are inviting someone is of course going to be like the person's name. Let's say you would want to put the first name and the last name, so we can put it across there in a bit. Let's say you would want to have the address of that person because it has to be shipped to someone, and let's just say whichever city they are living in. Now you could also put like contact number or something else just to basically take the information, and again it will just generate the mail merge from what you have on the Excel sheet. So on my Excel sheet I already just developed or created like about 3 entries of persons. So I'm just going to show just due to the time, I will just basically show this mail merge here. Now, one thing you have to consider is whenever you create a mail merge, whether it be a Word document or an Excel document, please notify or know the location of where the mail merge file is. So when you're basically trying to pull that information from the Excel sheet, it is easy to find. Now, the second thing is when you create a mail merge from before, be sure to delete it if you have to reuse it or redo the mail merge, because it basically has that connection linked as you open the document again, and it could cause a lot of conflict, probably corrupt the data, right? Or it cause it not to work at all, right? So again, for the SBA, you're required to do at least 15 names, but just for the press of time, I'm just going to put 3 persons' name here. Now, this Excel sheet wasn't really much editing done here. I just entered 4 columns, right, together with 3 entries of person's name, first name, last name, address, and the city. So all you need to do here is basically save it in a location where you can easily find it. Now, I know that I will already save it somewhere in the desktop just so it's easier to see, as you will see mail merge here, and that's basically all you have to do. Okay, so I'm just going to hit save, and let's have it there already. Okay, now we're going to go back to we are going to go back onto the Word document where you're going to generate the actual fields for the mail merge. Now the fields are something what you basically have to generate so you could actually pull the data at a location on the Word document. So with the mailing of the mail merge, you have to select the recipients before you go about to start the mail merge, because what happens is that they do not know who are the persons, what are their names, because it hasn't been linked as yet. So we could go on the select recipient, and you can also create a mail merge from the Word document, but again the requirement of CXE is to do it on a foreign application, so we chose Excel. So we want to choose from an existing list here, and from an existing list you just have to go back to the location where you save your mail merge on the Excel sheet, which mine is on the desktop. So you can basically hit here and open. Now from the time you basically see this pop up here, you would see that the data is already here and the sheet is available. Now some things you need to consider is when you are going to basically insert the merge field, you have to make sure to insert it at the right space. So when name is within this letter, I would want to put the first name and last name, of course. So you'll see it actually enters for itself there when you select the mail merge field, right? Make sure you give it a little space as well, right? Because what is normally happening will look a little too jumbled up. So you have to be very careful when you are doing the mail merge. So for the address, I'm just going to take the address information from the mail merge, and you see it actually appears, and the city here as well. Right now, this isn't really an invitation letter, it's just some letter I took as a sample just to show how to actually utilize the mail merge. So please forgive me if you're kind of seeing something conflicted with what the purpose of the letter is for. What you could also do is actually apply a mail merge, right, within the letter as well, just to show person's name or contact or something, if you'd like. So I'm just going to show that now. You can put this right in the second, let's just say the second paragraph, and I'm just going to put the person's name here again. Right. So once you finish select all your merge fields, you can then begin the mail merge. So we are going to do it at a letter. You could use a step-by-step mail merge wizard, but again, the letter is good enough. You don't really need to utilize that. Okay, so you can do simple checks to see how the recipient is going to receive the mail merge. But again, it's not going to conflict any errors at all, because it's basically going to just take the information that you have on that Excel sheet and just basically. So you can do the preview if you want here, right? But again, you can just hit finish, and we want to edit the individual document. We want to merge all the records, so it have 3 persons in the letter. And just like that, the letters should be generated to 3 persons. So if you can see here, we have the John Killen. Oh my God, that's not a name. But again, just for sample information, right? We have that Bean Street and the city San Fernando. Even the mail merge field here, where I enter the person's name, you actually see the mail merge here as well. So that's the first letter. The second letter, we have Miles from 45 2 Street, Port of Spain. And you see the information here. And you see it's basically just using the same letter if you haven't figured that out by now. Right? And we have Billy Todd. This is the last name. Right, and this is France Drive, Point Fortin, and that is the information there. Right, so once you completed that, you realize that your mail merge is completed. So it's just basically that, and again, it's nothing too tedious that is going to confuse you guys, right? But it just basically took the information from the Excel sheet to perform the mail merge. So that is basically it. Of course, the video will be uploaded as soon as possible. So I will try to upload it on the YouTube channel. Again, please ensure that if you have any questions, you could probably like and comment something, a concern that you need a little help or assistance with, right? It does help the video grow, right? And thank you for the time.